All right, now we're to the beginning of sorrows. If you're in Matthew 24, you can read along. But Matthew 24 will be our framework, kind of our skeletal outline here of the chronological list of things that will happen during this 7 years. Okay, it's very prophetic, and it's really the only place in the Bible where it's laid out just, succinctly. And not too much detail, just one thing right after the other, and it really is our framework to understand these 7 years. So I'm going to look here when Christ answers the disciples' question. They asked him, "When shall these things be? When will be the sign of your or what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" And he answers them. And I want you to look at 4 themes in his answer. Okay, first. Do not be deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So that's the first theme I want you to look at. There's deception there. Now we may get into this and may say, "Oh, Sean, this is interesting, but what does this have to do with the rapture?" We will get there. I promise we'll get there. Hang with me. We have to build a foundation first. All right, so here's the first theme, deception. The second one, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So war is that second theme I want you to notice. Okay, so we have deception, we have war. Then he says, and there shall be famines, so there's the third one. And pestilences is the fourth one, and earthquakes in diverse places. These are the beginning of sorrows. So let's look at these first 4 things and the order they occur. Deception, war, famine, and pestilence. Those four things in that order. Any of you who've read the book of Revelation recently, does that ring a bell to you, those 4 themes? And Lord, give us strength to hear and understand. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. That's what these first 4 themes are. What are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? We've all heard that, right? They're the first 4 seals that are opened in Revelation by Christ. Now there are 7 seals altogether, but the first 4 are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. First you have the white horse of deception. Then you have the red horse of war, the black horse of famine, and the pale horse of pestilence. And anybody who wants a copy, a PDF of all these slides, I'll be happy to send them to you for free. Just shoot me an email to easypianolessons@yahoo.com and I'll send you this for free. I'm also available to go anywhere that I'm able to and to teach this to people who want to hear it, or any kind of a group that you'd have. I'm willing and able to do that, and I'm not in it for money. I just want people to hear this presentation, and I believe the Lord's called me to give this presentation to whoever will hear. So we have our 4 horsemen of the apocalypse there. Deception, war, famine, and pestilence. That is amazing. Isn't that fascinating? That the first 4 things in Matthew 24 are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, the first 4 themes in that order. Well, no big thing, I guess, because Christ is the one opening the seals in heaven in Revelation. So that's fascinating to me. So our point here is we're trying to show that Christ is describing the beginning of sorrows using the first 4 seals. Okay? We're going to put that on our timeline now, the beginning of sorrows. So here we have it. Here's our week, beginning, middle, and end. First half, beginning of sorrows. The second half will be Great Tribulation. And our themes, our 4 themes, which I'm sure will continue throughout the whole week and maybe after a little bit, are deception, war, famine, and pestilence. These are the beginning of sorrows. Right? Now, we're going to read on, and we're going to talk about the Great Tribulation part of the week next, okay? Now when we do that, I wonder if Christ is going to continue his theme of using the seals, and the 5th seal will show up here. I wonder if it will. Does anybody know out there what the theme of the 5th seal is? And if it will show up in the Great Tribulation part of the week. So we'll get to that next in the next video. So we've just done beginning of sorrows. Let's get to Great Tribulation.